Welcome to an incomplete guide to personal growth. We invite you to take a breath and take a listen to our podcast that explores the wonder, humor, challenges, and sometimes those self-inflicted wounds on a journey of personal growth.
Our weekly podcast conversations include stories, resources, and tools that you can incorporate into your daily life. We're the mother-daughter duo of Sydney
and Kelly.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Sydney.
How are you?
Good.
I just want to point out.
I'm pretending that it's fall.
I know.
And you're like, I'm holding on to summer as long as I can.
But I was literally just going to say that. Because, we record these like ahead of time, but it is October when we're doing it.
I know. But we're in San Antonio.
It's still hot enough. Like, it is upper 80s, people.
San Antonio.
And we say this because Mom is in polo with jeans and stuff, and I'm in like a Spanish strap top and shorts.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at.
That's where we're at.
And you have a new hobby.
I have a new love. No, I have a new hobby. Okay, so everybody talks about pickleball.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and so we over at the country club here by us, they started and they transformed all these courts, but I'm not a country club person really, and so I just didn't want to do that, and so I was talking to somebody and they suggested they started playing at this indoor place, and I thought, well, indoor sounds good to me because hence it's still so hot here, and I thought, well, okay, Paul is at a different stage of life than I am because he's still working and I'm just retired, and so I do my volunteer stuff and I thought I need some activities during the day. I want to do some, and so after talking to this person, I thought, well, I'm going to try pickleball because you don't have to have a partner. You can just go and you rotate. You don't have to know somebody. And
that's good.
Maybe
were there enough people there in the middle of the day?
It was packed. You would not believe.
No way. Okay, this is a middle of the day on a Thursday.
Yes. And it's
what age?
All ages.
Really?
Yes. And they're building a new one closer, kind of a UTSA area. And so I'm going to, but anyway, and so I thought, well, I'm just going to take a lesson. I'm not buying anything. I'm just going to go. Yeah. So I took a 2-hour lesson. I'm going to be really sore
you're gonna be
tomorrow.
Sore tomorrow.
But it was so fun. And I thought, I'm bringing my little knee brace that I have sometimes. I didn't need it. And it was just fun. And just, I'm not competitive, but he did say when I was looking for a group to play with the next time I go in, they were asking, well, what is she? Well, she's not a newbie. She's not a beginner. Yeah. She's more like, and so he bumped me up some. Ooh. So the only thing I need to know is how to keep score, but he said, watch a video. And so I've got another lesson in a couple of weeks after I get back from seeing Lauren.
How similar to tennis was it?
It is, but it's not.
Okay.
Because the swing is quite different. And, you have to, you don't take all those little steps back and forth. And
perfect. You get to stay still?
No, you wish. But no, I came home like sweaty. But it was fun. And so I'm going to give this a try. And maybe I'll get to meet new people. That's my other thing. I'm looking forward to meeting new people.
Yeah.
And, so I'm going to San Antonio, not our Bernie area. Yes. I'm going in San Antonio.
No, that's good. You should.
So that's,
So it's not just I just like envision a bunch of retirees playing
No, I'm telling you, there were young moms with their babies. And I guess they'd rotate because you rotate who's playing.
That's
and
cool.
So it really was all ages.
All right.
Yeah.
That's
Watch
funny.
out.
Awesome.
Yeah. I don't regret it.
Ooh.
How's that segue?
That was great because we are talking about regret. Regrets, big and small.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So the word regret, it's got a really negative connotation.
It does. When we came up with this thought of doing this.
I can't remember.
But just the word makes my body
makes me
go.
Cringe. Yes.
It just real heavy.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't.
Yeah.
And then the other thing I think of is the Frank Sinatra song. I did it my way.
Yes.
Regrets I have a few, but then again, too few to mention. Yeah, well.
That's a good song. Yes.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you want to read the definition?
Yeah, let me look at it, because the definition, there's a couple. To feel sad or disappointed over something that's happened or been done, a loss or a missed opportunity. That's pretty much the definition.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and I think, so I like this. We just talked about how it feels like in our bodies, because it does. Like I get like regret. Oof. Like a visceral reaction from it.
Yes, I do too.
And I think it's just because it's something that we want to avoid, but it's inevitable. I think for everybody in life. And like emotionally, I automatically feel drained. Do you?
Yes.
When you hear it?
When I hear the word regret, it's, whoa.
Yeah,
like there's no going
big.
back.
Yes.
There's,
So like.
However.
I would say a small regret would be I shouldn't have had that extra slice of pizza.
Yes. Yeah.
That's a little, or like
I regret ordering the rigatoni when I could have had veal or something.
Like that to me is a small regret. But
people say that. I regret.
But I think when people really think about regrets, they think about the bigger stuff.
Yes.
And honestly, like regret involves a lot of it feels so self-focused, It's a lot of like when I think about regret, I don't think it's not like I'm thinking about another person.
No, it's about
I'm
you.
thinking about myself, know?
Yeah.
Because even when you think about, oh, well, I'm sorry, I'm still almost thinking about the other person and how they're feeling. But when it comes to regret, I feel so much more about like my own guilt and my own self-blame,
Yes. And depending upon what that regret is, sometimes I do think about that other person. If I regret words, if I regret an action toward them. But there's so many different types of regret. And how long do we spend with a regret? How long do we? Is it a lifetime one? Is it?
Is it a few weeks? Is it? Yeah. No, it's so true. And I agree. It's like it can last different amounts of times. Do you think we should treat regret more like an emotion where you feel it and like, because the point of an emotion is you feel it and it will pass, like that's emotional regulation, is you can feel whatever you want to feel, but then it'll pass and it'll wash through. Do you think a regret would be better served in that
looking at that frame? I do. I just think there's so many different types of regret, right?
Yes.
And so I think it would there. First of all, there's always that, God, we hate this word, but it's again self-reflection of looking at it. What is it I'm regretting? Okay, so I regretted taking a job, and I knew it wasn't the right job for me to take, and I took it anyway. Now then, I regretted it midway through, and after I left, I thought that was a poor choice, and I regretted some things I'd said and done at that job, and that stayed with me for a while until I had an opportunity to actually see somebody from that job one day and said, I didn't handle this situation well, and their perspective of it was totally different than mine. However, I lived with that regret. And again, I didn't forgive myself for a long time. And I think that was part of that regret, was going, okay, Kelly, nobody just goes through life without screwing up somewhere in the job or doing whatever you do. And it's okay.
And I think they're definitely like, I know in high school and it's like you say things and you regret having said them. And even though like you and the other person are okay, it's like still inside me for a little bit. I'm just like, God, why did I let myself get into this headspace or what, like that is, I just never want to do that again type of a thing, Yeah. And I think that's maybe what makes to me regrets heavier. 'Cause you're just like, I cannot believe that. I don't ever want that again.
Yeah.
I think it's like regret is like, because if you apologize, say you're sorry, well, okay.
Yeah, but
it's probably going to happen again because we're human and we make mistakes.
Right.
And it's smaller.
But a regret is
like,
a big
because
one.
you don't ever want to take a job and not really mean it
I
ever
never
again,
want to do
you know?
that because it wasn't fair to
Yes.
them or me, or, it wasn't
Yes.
So and so regrets in the moment are so hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. And that's with a lot of things, right? And then if we can gain some perspective on them to go, oh, okay, what can I learn? There's
Yes.
a book it's called The Power of Regret by Daniel Pink. And
Oh, I like Daniel Pink. He's good.
yeah. And so, to talk about, we can learn from them.
Yeah.
They're not all...
Devastating.
Yeah. How do you say that, right? It can
Oh.
guide, it can inspire, it
Yeah.
can go, not again.
Yeah.
That's not who I want to be. That's not how I want to be. And I think about regrets. It's doing things, but it's also not doing things.
Oh, yeah, that's true too. Mm-hmm.
Watching the opportunity go by, self-sabotaging, or whatever else we may do to let an opportunity pass. Not speak. There was one that I learned from, and this isn't a huge one, but it was from a lady. We were in Arlington. I was at Kroger's, not Kroger's, right? And anyway, so I was shopping, and there was a lady that I kept seeing in the store, and I'd pass her, and every time I passed her, I thought, this is sad. I don't know what it is, but I really felt for her, and you could see a bruise here and there, but I just knew something wasn't right. And by golly, if she didn't end up in front of me in the checkout, and in my gut, I knew, oh, Kelly, you just need to pay for her groceries. And I didn't. Oh. And do you know when she handed the person the check, they said, no, we need to check on this. And she left and got in a car that was waiting for her. And it didn't look, I think
it did look safe. Yeah.
It did not look like this was something that she wanted. And I felt that, and I thought, I carried that with me.
Really?
But it was also, okay, Kelly, you need to be aware. And when you're nudged in that strongly, then just act, don't question, just do it. I could have done without it wasn't a ton of growth. I could have done without the $50.
Yeah.
It wasn't like...
Yeah, it wasn't like going to break the
bank. I was going to, buy her a car. It was just, and so that was a regret. Wow. But I carried it. But I decided you can learn from this one. You trust your gut, and you do. You knew something was off with her, and it wasn't just... Yeah. It wasn't a bad off. It was
it was just... Yeah, she needs
she's
help.
hurting.
Yeah.
So that's one. That was an empowering thing.
Yeah.
And it
and even if
me.
you don't, because you don't know what happens, like that can happen wherever you are. If you see somebody, you're like, I need to reach out, and you don't.
Yeah, it can be. Yeah,
that can, because then there's just so many what ifs.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and just to be able to act. So that was a regret that changed.
Yeah.
And that was, I'd say, small, but it was big.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, there weren't. I don't know what.
And I think it feels like
were,
regrets. Maybe to other people can seem on the outside it looks small, but like inside it feels big.
It feels
huge,
that's why it's an
right?
elephant sitting on your chest. I think I mean when I don't even have, I just have feeling and for regret.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we can So
I think it's a very different, regret is a very different thing than just making a mistake. Or it's bigger than that. For sure. It's like acting in a way that
it's acting or not acting. And it's
not living up to like your own expectations.
Yeah, and choices that we make that go,
yep.
Boy, howdy.
Yeah.
And some of them are so costly. And some aren't. I always use the example of someone who drinks and drives, and you run into a mailbox. You hit a mailbox and your car's dented.
Yeah.
But you hit a biker, you hit somebody else. Many lives are changed.
Yeah.
And it's just that.
Yeah. Definitely.
That's
so good.
Yeah.
So now I feel like we've really which is good, really dissected regret, which is good. The impact on yourself of regret. I think we've kind of hit on it. It hurts your self-esteem. It can make some anxiety because of those what ifs. It can, get you some depression if you get really down.
Yeah.
All of that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But
Your confidence, yeah.
Yeah, confidence.
Motivation, yeah.
What are ways we can try to move on sounds so flippant, but
no, it's not move on. I like the word coping and living with,
to live with it.
Yeah. And so, self-awareness again. How I realized I did that. I realized I wasn't paying attention to to my inside and that voice that I do know when I should help somebody, that lady.
Yeah.
That's a small one. I also knew that I was taking a job I didn't need to. I look at the motivation and I didn't, it wasn't the right motivation, right? And so that beginning to be self-aware, I regret, doesn't mean I have to beat myself up.
Ugh, that's the hardest part for me.
I know. We are where we are when we're there.
I just feel like,
did that make sense?
Yes, that does. We are where we are.
Or when we're there.
Yes, that made sense.
And so I couldn't do something. A week from that incident, it would be I was a different person.
Yeah.
Because of it. So now I'm going to do this. So it's taking that regret.
Yeah.
And the hardest ones, I think, probably are words.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah.
Because they live on in you and that other person.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot to change that.
Yeah, I think even more so than action
but
sometimes. Yeah.
Again, you are where you are when you're there, and that's
that one's so hard for me because I just always think, well, I should be better, but that's not true.
But it's like if we didn't have those experiences, we probably wouldn't grow as much.
Yeah, that's true.
And we learn how to treat people differently.
Yeah,
I learned how to make decisions differently. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there, and self-forgiveness.
Yes, all the freaking hard stuff.
All the hard things that move us in beautiful ways.
Yes.
Yeah. Because when we can forgive ourselves, then when we are wronged, we understand that people come from a place that often, not all the times, believe me, but they can't, maybe they're coming from the same place I came from when I said stuff.
I will say, I think self-forgiveness, I don't even think I've fully reached it for myself. But I think it's just something you have to say over and over, even if you don't fully believe it, until you believe. I don't know.
I think so.
Because it's like, how else do you really get there? You just have to keep saying it, and then eventually, I think then you will believe it.
Yes, you do have to keep saying it. Also, there's a book, and I can't even find it anymore. I used to use it with youth. It was called I Am Lovable and Capable. I'm lovable myself, and I'm capable of loving and being loved. I am a lovable person. I'm a good person. And if I can start with loving myself and giving myself grace, then forgiveness comes. Yeah. If I think I'm a horrible person, how can I forgive myself?
How can you? Yeah, absolutely.
But just starting with,
that's good.
I am lovable.
So you can almost not even necessarily tackle
created
what you can almost not even tackle what you're necessarily upset about at first. Just start with the core.
Start with the core.
Yeah.
And there's, I
like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
I do. There's scriptures and other things that are so helpful for that.
I think too, sometimes, not always, but what can help me is if I think, if it's an action that I did or something that I should have done, whatever, action on.
Yeah.
Like making a plan for myself. Okay, I run into this situation again. What are my steps? What am I going to do actionably that's different? Rather than just having something like, I'll do different next time. Well, what does that mean?
Right. And I think that's it. We begin to take action, consider, reframe, how am I going to learn from this opportunity?
Yeah.
Is there something I can do now?
Yeah.
Is there an apology, whether it's accepted or not? Can I offer that with sincerity? What can I do?
Yeah.
In that regard, and then how am I going to?
Yeah. And maybe that doesn't work for everybody, but I'm somebody that finds some reassurance from. Actionable steps.
And what did you learn? What did you learn?
I guess.
You did. Because if you didn't learn anything, then you're going to repeat.
What's the point? Yes, that's true.
I know. It's so hard, but I just think
And I think,
and also reframing and imagining. Okay, let's say I'm trying a regret of, gee, I wish I'd continued on with this schooling, and at one point I thought I was going to continue after my master's and get a PhD and all that.
Yeah.
And I don't regret it, but let's pretend that is a regret. Okay, is there something you can do if that's a regret that you'd like to? Is there a way to get back to that track?
Yeah.
You missed one opportunity. Age is age. You're so many years old. Whatever.
Yeah.
Or, look at it and go, if I'd have taken that route.
What?
Looking back, what would it
different?
be? Oh. Well, I really like this about my life now.
Yeah,
I really like this. I missed out that, but I didn't. So, to reframe, again, draw back and get some perspective.
And I think one thing that I've been trying to practice myself is like your perception of things versus the fact of things, because we can spin up things so much bigger in our heads. And I think that's probably true with regrets, is like it gets bigger and bigger. And it's like, okay, but what really happened? What are facts? And facts of like, I'm lovable, I'm good. Like, those are facts.
Exactly.
And things that to like help, I don't know, ground you a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think, and then so it's like same thing. It's like looking back on your life. It's like, well, what are the facts of like what I like about my life?
Right.
And that maybe wouldn't have happened if I had gone, a different route.
Yeah. I just think there's so much. We beat ourselves up.
Yeah.
And I mean, there are legit regrets of missed opportunities or whatever, and it's like, but what would be different?
Yeah.
And what am I happy with now? And what is, and if I'm still regretting and I'm still not happy at something, what am I going to do about it?
Yeah.
Am I going to sit around and moan about it and whine about it?
But what's something I can grow about instead?
What can I grow? I
like that.
Yeah, because there are regrets about, oh, I wish I'd have played pickleball sooner. I don't know. I'm just teasing. But again, Kelly, you've let yourself not get out and meet as many people as you would have wished. Oh, well, okay. Well, let's do something about that. Let's, to get some perspective on it.
I like that.
Yeah, because I was thinking, the other thing, I wrote down my personal regret.
Oh.
And I can remember.
That did not. That's good of you.
How about that? Well, one of them was when Paul and I first got married. And I was miserable, not in the marriage, in Amarillo.
Oh, yeah.
And he was doing some traveling. And so, I don't know if he felt so bad or if I just was like, So I'd go, like, you'd go to Vegas and I'd go not all the trips, but periodically. And we ran up some credit card debt.
Oh,
and we were debt free when we got married. And so that was real frustrating.
Because they have to pay that off?
Yeah. And so at that time, I regretted that.
Yeah.
When the vacation is far over and I'm still paying, I regret that.
Oh, yes. I'm all about.
Yeah. If I, trying to save in advance, we didn't have that, but we couldn't at that point. So I learned some things about, how to.
And it's like at the time you regret it, but then you don't do, it's different
so
now.
I learned, but so was it a regret? No, because I really enjoyed going to Vegas. And we had some good time. And there was, that both and. But, it was some of that.
Was it a regret?
Kind of.
It's a good example.
Would I have rather been sitting in Amarillo? No. But anyway, it was difficult. So it was like, and we learned.
No, that's good. I know, I think my life experiences are a little too close, so.
Yeah, right. I think, oh, that's fine. Yeah, I'm looking back, right? Yeah.
I'm not going to say that's pretty rude. I don't have as many years of separation between.
No, you don't. But that's why
that's
I'm
a nice
saying.
way of putting it.
I think that's the important thing. I may be heavy in regret over some things. However, and at the same time, down the road, they look different.
Yeah.
Right?
Definitely.
And I know you're regret.
I don't have as many years of separation.
But you have
Yeah.
But that's what it is. Isn't that all of life? When we're going through a tunnel.
Yes.
It's. It's hard.
Yeah.
And people, oh, there's light at the end. I can't see it right now. And my eyes have not yet adjusted to the dark. I'm still working on that.
Ooh, that's good.
Okay.
I like that.
Let me adjust and just be beside me so I know I'm not alone in the dark, right?
Right.
So, but, regrets.
Yeah.
I've had a few. I always want to break into song. I'm sorry.
If you are listening to this and you don't know My Way by Frank Sinatra, gotta go listen. Go listen.
My dad watched that.
At his funeral. Yes, so funny. If he wants it, we'll do it.
I'll sing it and then everybody will leave quick. We won't let Paul sing it. He's too good.
I know, he's too good. Oh,
but man. So you might check out, if you're struggling with your regret, Daniel Pink, The Power of Regret, because it really can be a source of great information ourselves. It tells us a lot about ourselves.
Yeah.
And well, this is a whole nother thing, but how do you cover up your regret? And the sooner you deal with it,
the better.
Yeah. It gets...
Yeah.
It's one less thing in your bag that you're carrying around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you'll feel lighter for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was great. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yes, you can find us on all the socials.
Right. And and we've got some fun episodes coming up.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, this will help. We have some episodes that'll kind of help you prep, rest, reset, holiday season, all that sort of stuff. And yeah, we'll have some good stuff for December. But yes, all of our socials, we did. So some of the episodes we've done are from some viewer, listener, viewer, for YouTube, but listener suggestions. So for real, if you have things you want to talk about,
please. And check us out on TikTok. And we're working on some social media stuff. Well, we have somebody working on
now.
Yeah, it's up. So check us out on TikTok too. Instagram. Yep.
Oh man,
I'm getting hip in my old age.
Yeah, you sure are. Oh my God,
I love it. Well, we look forward to next week when we take a breath and take a listen.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of An Incomplete Guide to Personal Growth. There are many ways you can stay connected. Follow us on Instagram at An Incomplete Guide Podcast, where you can sign up for our email list and get posts that delve deeper into our weekly topics. Make sure to subscribe to our podcast page wherever you listen to your podcasts. We would really appreciate a rating and sharing us with your family and friends.
We're so glad you chose to spend your time with us and hope there was a thought, a resource, or a laugh that you can take on your journey. We'll be here every Tuesday for you to take a breath and take a listen.